says we're live, but I don't have it here yet. We're live.
Shabbat Shalom. Good morning. To those who are here in the sanctuary, there are several of us to join in worship, socially isolated and prepared. I'm the only one not wearing a mask at this point, and when anyone else comes onto the bima, I'll put one on as well. But you wouldn't be able to understand my words if I had the mask on at present. For those of you who are sitting at home, we welcome you as well, and we all welcome the Shabbat. If you have a copy of the prayer book of the Siddur of Mishkan Tefillah, we're on page 74. Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov mishkenotecha Yisrael. La 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 la. Please join with me on page 75. May the one whose spirit is with us in every righteous deed be with all who work for the good of humanity and bear the burdens of others, who give bread to the hungry, who clothe the naked and take the friendless into their homes. May the work of their hands endure, and may the seed they sow bring abundant harvest. As we pray on this Shabbat for health, not only for ourselves, but for our entire community, indeed for the entire world, facing and struggling with this pandemic and with questions and challenges of life and wisdom, and how we can stretch out our hands and our hearts to help those in need. We also pause for a moment, according to Jewish tradition, and give thanks for our human bodies, for the health and the wisdom that we have to use our resources, to use our skills, and to use our bodies and our limbs in God's name. Pages 76, beginning on page 76, continuing for the first several pages, these are morning blessings for which we give thanks for who we are and how we live. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher yatzar et ha'adam b'chokhmah, v'arav nekavim nekavim, chilulim chilulim, galui v'yadua lifnei chisei chiluladecha, she'im yifateach echad mehem o yisatem echad mehem, yefshar lehitkayem v'la'amod lefanecha. Baruch atah Adonai rofei chol basar, u'mafli la'asot. On page 78. Eloheinu shama shenatata bi tehorahi. My God, the soul you have given me is a pure one. You created it, you shaped it, you breathed it into me, you protected within me. For as long as my soul is within me, I offer thanks to you, Adonai, my God. You are the God of my ancestors, the source of all creation, and sovereign of all souls. Baruch atah Adonai asher biyado nefesh kol chai, Baruch kol b'sar ish. Praised are you, Adonai, in whose hands every living soul and the breath of humankind. Beginning on page 80 then, and continuing through page 85, these are traditional morning blessings, Nisim b'chol yom, giving thanks for the opportunities and the challenges, as we mentioned, that occur to us every day, and for the wisdom and the integrity that is ours, and for the privileges that we have to be human beings and to be members of our Jewish community and Am Yisrael. So we'll pause for a moment, pages 80 through 85, either in Hebrew or in English, whichever may be more meaningful for you. Draw your attention to these prayers as we welcome the Shabbat and pray for each other's health and well-being. Page 96, Psalm 92. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, לזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, לזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות, עלי אסון ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בחינות. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, לזמר לשמך עליון. This introduces the traditional psalm, Psalm 145, of the morning worship service. Many of you, I trust, will know the chanting melody for this particular psalm. Under normal circumstances, we might be chanting and including this psalm antiphonally, responsively, that the leader would sing one verse and then the congregation would respond with the other. But I'm going to invite you to just join with me and follow along in this acrostical, alphabetical psalm of praise to God that begins, we're on page 97, and goes like this. Ashrei yoshvei veitecha, od yehalalucha selah, Ashrei ha'am shekacha lo, Ashrei ha'am sheronai Elohav, tehillah leDavid, aro mimcha Elohai hamelech, va'avarcha shimcha leolam vaed, bechol yom avarcheka, v'halala shimcha leolam vaed, gadol Adonai umulal meod, v'ligdulato ein cheker, dor ledor yishabach ma'asecha, ugvurotecha yagidu, hadar kevod hodecha, v'divrei niflotecha asicha, ve'ezuz norotecha yomeru, ugdulatcha asaprena, zecherav tuvcha yabiu, ve'tzidchatcha yiranenu, chanun verachum Adonai, erech apayim ugdol chased, tov Adonai lakol, verachamav al kol ma'asav, yoducha Adonai kol ma'asecha, v'chasidecha yevarchucha, kivod malchutcha yomeru, ugvuratcha yedaberu, lahodia livnei ha'adam givurotav, וכבוד הדר מלכותו, מלכותך מלכות כל עולמים, וממשלתך בכל דור ודור. סומך אדוני לכל הנופלים, וזוקף לכל הכפופים. עיני כל אליך יסברו, ואתה נותן להם את אוכלם בעתו. פותח את ידיך, ומשביע לכל חי רצון. צדיק אדוני בכל דרכיו, וחסיד בכל מעשיו. קרוב אדוני לכל קוריו, לכל אשר יקראוהו באמת. רצון יראיו יעשה, ואת שבתם ישמע ויושיע. שומר אדוני את כל אהביו, ואת כל הרשעים ישמיד. תהילת אדוני ידבר פי, ויברך כל בשר שם קדשו לעולם ועד, ואנחנו נברך יה מעתה ועד עולם. Hallelujah. If you didn't realize it, you just practiced the Hebrew alphabet. That's the acrostic of the Ashrei. Page 106. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ויאמר דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומייכון, ובחיי לכל בית ישראל, בהגלה, ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך, לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה, יתברך, יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דהמירן בעלמה, ואמרו Amen. Baruch our call to worship, leading into the prayers before and after the Shema on page 108. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach. Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Page 110. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer or uvorei choshech, oseh shalom uvorei et hakol, hameir la'aretz v'ladarim aleha berachamim, uvtuvo mechadesh b'chol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reishit, marabu ma'asecha Adonai, kulam b'chochma asita, malah ha'aretz kinyanecha, titbarach Adonai Eloheinu al shevach ma'aseh yadecha, Ve'al me'orei or she'asita yifa'arucha sela. Or chadash al Tzion ta'ir. V'nizkechu lanu mehera la'oro. Baruch ata Adonai yotzer hame'orot. Page 113. Once or twice in a lifetime, a man or a woman may choose a radical leaving. Having heard the call, Lech Lecha, go forth, for God disturbs us toward our destiny by hard events and by freedom's now urgent voice, which explodes and confirms who we are. We don't like leaving, but God loves our becoming. So we pray, Baruch Ata Adonai, Habocher Ba'amo Yisrael, B'Ahava. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto, Leholam Vahed. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto, Leholam Vahed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Be seated. Be seated. V'ahavta is on page 116. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol lebavcha ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בהם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. Page 121. In the middle of the page, read responsively, the eternal truth is that you alone are God and there is none else. Let them beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. You shall not hate your brother or your sister in your heart, except as your equal. Why do you crush my people and oppress the poor, asks God. Praise to God Most High. Blessed is God and deserving. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh, nora tehilot, osefele. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. שירה חדשה, שיבחו גאולים לשמך על שפת הים. יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ואמרו, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. אדוני ימלוך, אדוני ימלוך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. אדוני ימלוך, אדוני ימלוך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. צור ישראל, קומה בעזרת ישראל, ופדי חינומך יהודה וישראל. גואלנו אדוני צבאות שמו, קדוש ישראל. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. Our tefillah, the central part of our worship service, begins on page 124. We'll be chanting the first couple pages, the first several paragraphs through the Kedusha. We'll join with those together, and then I'll invite you to continue silently, privately, through page 142, either the traditional words as they are in the prayer book or the thoughts and meditations that we have coming from our own hearts. The ark will be open. I invite those of you in the sanctuary to rise. At home, do whatever is most comfortable for all of you, beginning on page 124. Adonai sefatai tiftach, ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'koneh Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot Nahot, U'mevii Gula Livnei B'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo B'Ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh Le'Hoshia, Morid Hatal, Mechalkel Chaim B'Chesed, Mechayeh Hakol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim, Umkayem Emunato Lishenei Afar, Michdo Melach, Melech Memihit, Umchayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'emana Tala HaChayot HaKol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol. Page 130. Mekadesh et Shimcha Ba'olam, Keshem Shemakdishim Oto Bishmei Marom, Kakatuv al Yad Neviecha, V'kara Zeh Zeh V'hamar, Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tsevaot, Meloch ol haaretz. kevodo. Adir adirenu Adonai Adonenu Ma'adir shimcha bechol haaretz. Baruch kevod Adonai mimkomo. Echad hu Eloheinu hu Avinu hu Malkeinu hu Moshienu vehu Yashmienu berachamav lehenei kol chai. Ani Adonai Elohechem Yimloch Adonai leolam Elohai Yichzion Ledor Vador Hallelujah Ledor Vador Nagid Godlecha ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נהקדיש ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. I invite you to continue silently, privately through page 142. When you are most comfortable, please seat. יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך אדוני צורי אדוני צורי גואלי עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו Amen. And we'll continue now with our Torah service on page 244. And Michael, if you would assist. Again, if you are comfortable, I invite you to rise as the ark is open. We read Torah. Ein kamocha ba'elohim Adonai, ein kema'asecha, malchutecha malchut kol olamim, umemshaltecha bechol dor v'ador. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai imloch, leolam va'ed, Adonai oz le'amo yiten, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom, al harachamim, eitiva v'rtzonecha et zigo. Tibne chomot Yerushalayim, Tibne chomot Yerushalayim, Ki becha levad matachnu, Melech el ram v'nisa, Adon olamim. Page 246. Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, Udevar Adonai mirushalayim. At the bottom of the page. In this is the secret of our people's life from Sinai until now. Its teaching is love and justice, goodness and hope. Freedom is its gift to all who treasure it. Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah. Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah. Le'amo Yisrael bihi kedushato. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo, Galul Adonai Iti, Uneromim Shemo Yachdav, Lecha Adonai HaGedula, VeHaGevura, VeHaTiferet, VeHaNetzach, VeHaHod, Ki Chol Bashamayim U'Ba'aretz, Ki Chol Bashamayim U'Ba'aretz. Adonai HaMamlacha nitnase lechol rosh. Be seated. Under the circumstances, what we have suggested and will implement is that our three aliyot, our blessers of the Torah, this reading this morning, will be doing so from their seats in the sanctuary, rather than coming up onto the bima specifically. We're very pleased that we still have this opportunity, not only to be reading and learning from the lessons of the Torah, but also for members of the community to join in the honor of blessing our reading. The Torah portion is Ba'alotcha, continuing in the book of Numbers of Bamidbar, the fourth of the five books of Moses. It's a very rich portion with many specific incidents and interactions and episodes. Some are familiar, and some say, oh, now I understand that particular story or that particular quotation as it happens in context. The children of Israel, of course, are wandering through the desert. It's hot. I think God has arranged it for us to be able to understand what it means to be hot. Of course, they're out in the middle of the desert, and we're all isolated in our own homes. And thankfully, most of us, I would assume, have air conditioning, except when the power goes out, as it did this week for some of us. But the children of Israel are once again fetching and complaining. Where's the water to drink out in the middle of the desert? Where's the food for us to eat? And there's also a little bit of a challenge to Moses and his particular style of leadership. And so Moses will encounter not so much challenges to his authority, so much as those experiences that allow him to, as it were, look in the mirror and say, who am I now as I near the end of my particular mission? There are those who have written or preached about Moses actually being a little burned out at this point, and looking for the validation for his leadership, if you will. God comes through not only with the miracle of providing the manna and the quail for the people to eat and to satisfy themselves, but God also follows through and with Moses's concern and allows for there to be 70 elders who will be chosen to help Moses lead the people. Those are some of the verses that we'll specifically be looking at today from the 11th chapter of the book of Numbers. I always try to do this. If you're fascinated at the different stories that we find, interpretations that can be derived about them and from them, it's an open invitation to join the Torah study group every Saturday morning, except when we have a worship service here. Join the Torah study group on Zoom, and God willing, when we return to the building, when we're in person. It's a very lively opportunity and an enriching opportunity to share in the beauty and the lessons of Torah. So we're going to be reading this morning B'Ha'alotcha, again, various verses from the 11th chapter of the book of Numbers. As we introduce the lessons specifically, Moses has said he's standing in the tent of meeting, the Ohel Moed, and saying to God, how can I continue to lead these people? All they ever do is kvetch. No one was a member of Beth Shalom Temple Center. But that was Moses's concern, and God responds in a supportive and understanding and empathetic way. With that in mind, we call for the first Aliyah, Sid Shapiro Ya'amod Levarech al HaTorah, Aliyah Rishonah, Shmaya ben Tzvi HaKohen. Okay, they'll hear you, Sid, right? Okay.
Baruch Adonai
Borach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'chor. Wait. Yeah, right. Well, I'm looking. All right. Baruch atah Adonai melech haolam asher b'chor mi banu b'chor mi olam. V'nunasan lanu es taraso Baruch atah Adonai nosein haTorah.
Amen. Moses is speaking. Lo uchal anochi levadi laseit et kol ha'am hazeh ki kaved mimeni. I can no longer continue to lead this people. The task is too difficult for me, too onerous. Ve'im kacha at osali hargeni na harog im matzati chen be'einecha ve'al areh bera'ati. And dear God, if I have found favor in your eyes through all the things that I have done, kill me now. If this is going to be my end, if I find favor in your eyes, let me not see my own weakness or my own failures. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe, and Moses, Esfali shiv'im ish mizignei Yisrael, asher yadata ki hem zignei ha'am b'shotrav. God supportively said to Moses, gather the elders of Israel, those whom you know, you can identify them, and by reputation, they are elders, respected elders of the people and its judges. V'lakachta otam el ohel moed, to the tent of meeting, to the headquarters tent, v'hityatzvu sham imach, that let them stand or have a position there with im chasham, and I will come down from my divine place and I will speak with you there. Va'atzalti min haruach asher alecha, and I will take some of the spirit, that's the spirit of wisdom, of discernment, and of leadership. I will take some of that spirit, that ruach, which I have placed on you previously, v'samti alehem, and I will place it on them as well. V'nasu itcha b'masa ha'am, v'lo tisa ata levadecha, and they will be able to bear some of the burden of this people. You will not have to lead them anymore alone, all by yourself.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher nosan lanu taras emes v'kayei olam nosa b'sulchenu. Baruch atah Adonai nosein haTorah.
Amen. Yashkoch. The second Aliyah, representing the Levites. All right. So, Esther Brill, Ya'amdu levarech al Torah ka'aliyah shniya, Eliyahu ben Tzvi Sarah, Rachel ben Yeshaya Azriel Halevi. Baruch Barach Leolam Va'ed. Amen. Vayitze Moshe v'daber el ha'am et divrei Adonai. Moses then went out in front of the people and explained to them what God's word and message was. V'yasef shiv'im ish miziknei ha'am, and he gathered the 70 of the elders of the people. V'yamod itam svivot ha'ohel, v'yamed otam svivot ha'ohel, and he placed them around the tent of meeting. V'yared Adonai be'anan, God's presence came down in a cloud. V'daber elav, and spoke to all of them. V'yetzel min haruach asher alav, and God took some of the spirit, wisdom that was on Moses. V'yitein al shivim ish Hazkenim, and it was placed then on the 70 men, the elders of the people. Vayiknoach alehem haruach, and as this spirit rested upon them, the ruach, the inspiration, let's use that word, the inspiration rested upon them, the yitnavu, the lo yasifu, and they began to prophesy, they began to speak in God's behalf. They would not be curtailed, it would not cease. Visharu shnei anashim b'machaneh, shem ha'echad Eldad v'shem ha'sheni Medad. But there were two of these elders of the people who had remained in the camp. They had not come out to the tent of meeting. One of them, their name was Eldad. One's name was Medad. But Tanach alehem haruach, v'hema bichduvim, v'lo yetzu ha'ohala. And though they had been inspired, they had received this spirit of God, they had remained outside the tent. Their names had been included in the daily publication or whatever was handed around. These are all the new leaders of the people. The Yitnabu, the Machaneh, but they now, after all the others, they now began to and perhaps speak in tongues. We're not really sure exactly what that may have meant throughout the camp. V'yarotz hana'ar v'yaged leMoshe, and some bystanding youth went and told Moses what was happening. Vayomer Eldad uMedad mitavim b'machaneh v'ya'an Yehoshua bin Nun misharet Moshe mibchorav. And as they continued to prophesy, these two men, the word came to Moses, and Joshua stood up for them and said, Joshua, the servant of Moses, stood up and said, Vayomer Adoni Moshe, Kulam Vayomer Lo Moshe. Moses responded to Joshua's concern, Hamkane atali mi yitain kol ha'am Adonai nevi'im ki yitain Adonai et rucho alehem. Joshua was concerned that Moses' leadership or his word was being challenged, but Moses looked at Joshua and reassured him and said, no, what are you jealous? So jealous for me, or are you zealous for my position? What's going on here? I would prefer, Moses is saying, I would prefer that all the people, whether at the moment that we had specifically invited them or all the people, would prophesy, and all the people would have the spirit and the passion to serve God in the way that these two, Eldad and Medad, had done so. Amen. Yashar kochachem. Our third aliyah, Steve Marin, Ya'amod levarech al haTorah, Simcha ben Chaim ben Leah. Baruch Adonai Barach Leolam Va'ed.
ברוך ה' המבורך לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה ה' אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר בחרנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו את תורתו, ברוך אתה ה' נותן התורה.
Amen. V'yasef Moshe el hamachaneh huz v'ziknei Yisrael. And so Moses and all of the elders of the people gathered together in one camp. The Ruach Nasa Me'et Adonai, and the Spirit then came as a result of Moses' words. A Spirit came and settled over all the people. Gez Shalavim min Hayam v'Yitesh al Hamachaneh, and it was as if the Spirit that had blown over the waters at the time of creation now hovered over the camp. kederech yom, for the length of an entire day. Ko nicha yom ko sevivot hamachaneh, the entire camp was brought together as one people. Uchamatim al pnei haaretz vayakam ha'am kol hayom hahu v'chol halayla v'chol yom me'macharat v'yosvu et hashlav hama'et asaf asara chamarim. And so all the people were able to now feel themselves more united, as it were, more strengthened. They had more faith in their leadership, and as they approached, and this is not on behalf of the residents of Quail Creek, but as they approached the quail that God had provided for them, they felt more as an as a united people, and that they could continue in their journey towards the promised land.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. You comfortable lifting this? You don't have to do it. Just lifting it this way. V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe. No, again, this way. Al shlosha devarim. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, haolam omer. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, haolam omer. Al haTorah ve'al avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al haTorah ve'al avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Our tradition is that in the presence of the Torah, and we as a community of prayer, that we offer a Misha Berach and we ask God to send refuah shalema, healing and wholeness, and a sense of peace to those who are ill, and those who are alone, and those who are suffering, those in pain. We ask God to send strength and compassion, skill to the caregivers and those who provide healing. May God give to them. May God give to all of us. Refuat hanefesh, refuat haguf, renewal of our bodies and of our spirits. This is the Misha Berach list of our congregation. And if any of you do have other names you wish to add, either here in the sanctuary or at home, once this list has been completed, please feel free to add names as well. We turn our hearts in prayer for healing. We think of Chris Anderson, Avram Yekusiel Ben Gittel, Harvey Beam, Irene Case, Brian Clendenin, Marty Cohn, Alan Delman, Heidi Demarest, Jerry Gale Feldman, Melissa Feldman, Nancy Feldman, Lori Fly, Terry Feed, Jeffrey Saul Gervan, Kay Grask, Teresa Halloran, Larry Hoffman Rosenfeld, Dawn Kitts, Dan Leach, Sharon Loss, Billy Lawson and Werner Lawson, Dory Lessa, Wendy Levy, Jim Mardinley, Sam Miller, Tim Orrick, Bernie Pincus, Marley Pincus, Roberta Rabin, Eric Rottenberg, Dory Roman, Mel Roman, Avraham Raphael Ben Shoshana, Nancy Schwam, Lou Simon, Linda Smith, and Ruth Stevens. If there are others whose names, please.
Ashna Pincus, Asnas,
Jack Bishter.
Marilyn Teichner.
Hashtaba Agalau Bizman Kariv. May all know in our day soon a sense of refuat hanefesh, refuat haguf, renewal of body and spirit. Debbie Friedman's interpretation of the traditional healing prayer, page 253, in the middle of the page, 253. Mi shebera avoteinu mikor habracha laimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishebera imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Excuse me one moment. Are on page 254, and I invite you to join with me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nviim tovim v'ratza b'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'Torah u'v'Moshe abdo u'v'Yisrael amo u'v'nviei tzedek. The Haftarah for this Shabbat, for Baha'olotcha, at the beginning of the Parsha, beginning of the Torah portion, there's description of and the commandments, the mitzvot, about a very familiar symbol for the Jewish people, and that's the Ner Tamid. As the eternal light. It's not really an eternal light. It's a light that was to be kindled regularly. It's a better translation rather than eternal light. But the menorah, specifically the 7 branch, not the 8 branch for Hanukkah, but the 7 branch menorah was the one of the original symbols of the Israelite people. And the Haftarah then reflects the importance of that symbol, both in reality as well as an image for the people's future. From the prophet Zechariah, Rani v'simcha bat Zion, sing joyfully and be glad, fair Zion, for behold, I am coming to dwell in your midst, says the Eternal One. On that day, many nations shall join themselves to the Eternal and become my people. I will dwell in your midst. Then you shall know that the God of heaven's hosts has sent me to you. The Eternal will take possession of Judah, God's portion in the Holy Land, and will again choose Jerusalem. Be silent, all flesh, before the Eternal, who is roused from God's own holy dwelling place. The angel who had been talking with me came back and woke me as a sleeper is awakened. He said to me, "What do you see?" I said, "I see a menorah, a lampstand all of gold with a bowl on its top. There are 7 lamps on it, and on its top there are 7 pipes for the lamps. By it are 2 olive trees, one on the right and the other on the left." I said to the angel who'd been talking with me, "What are these, my Lord?" And the angel who had been talking with me answered, saying, "Don't you know what these things are?" "No, my Lord, I do not," I said. Then the angel explained to me, "This is the word of the Eternal, not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, says the God of heaven's hosts. What are you, O great mountain? Before Zerubbabel the king you shall become a plain. He shall bring out the topmost stone, and seeing it shall cry, Hein, Heinla, beautiful, beautiful it is." Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, sur kol haolamim, tzadik bechol hadorot, ha'el haneman, haomer ve'oseh, hamdaber umkayehem, shekol devarav emet v'tzedek, al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al ha'nevi'im ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh, Shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu likdusha v'limnucha lechavod ultifaret al hakol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim lach umvarchim otach yitbarach shimcha b'fi kol chai tamid leolam va'ed Baruch ata Adonai mekadesh Shabbat. Amen. And for those of you who are saying to yourselves, whether here in the sanctuary and at home or running to your libraries to double check, yes, that Haftarah portion, the words we just mentioned, is also the portion from the Hanukkah celebration for the Shabbat in Hanukkah. If it sounds extra familiar, hear it more than once a year. That's because it's Hanukkah as well. Page 256, we rise to return to the ark. Yahalalu et Shem Adonai ki niskav shemo levado. Let us praise the name of Adonai. God's name alone is exalted. Hodo al eretz v'shamayim Vayarem keren leyamo tehila lechol chasidav livnei Yisrael am kirovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Etzi lemachazikim eva v'tomcheha מיושר דרכיה דרכי נועם וכל נתיבותיה שלום. השיבנו אדוני אליך ונשובה חדש חדש ימינו Kadesh Yameinu Kekedem. Please be seated. So I think it was about 8 years ago, was the first time that I experienced what today we simply and generically refer to as the Zoom type technology. You might remember, now we're all familiar with it, and most of us are somewhat comfortable, although we still have a lot to learn yet, and some of us aren't quite expert at using Zoom or live stream or whatever, as witnessed by this very experiment in which we participate here in the sanctuary at our temple. But we're learning, we're trying. And in a conversation with my colleague and friend, Rabbi Larry Englander from Toronto, actually for the Canadians among us, he's from Mississauga, not Toronto, but close enough. We both recalled the first time that we had seen something like this, because we're both guitar players and folk singers and whatever. About 8 years ago, there was a fella in Santa Monica, California, who started with a computer video of himself playing a well-known song, popular song. The words might be familiar to you: "Stand by me, stand by me, be my friend," et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And lo and behold, after he sang the first chorus, all of a sudden, another person's face showed up, and that person started singing. And then, lo and behold, the next verse, someone else started singing. Before you knew it, there were 8, 9, 10 people from all over the world, each singing one line or two lines of the song. Now, today, we all know that, and we can picture that and see what's happening. But then it was new. The music took us around the world. He had representatives from Amsterdam, Barcelona, Moscow, and South Africa, all singing at the same time the wonders of technology. Mark Johnson was the fellow's name, who was the creator of this visual chorus, and he explained his endeavor this way: we have to inspire each other to come together as a human race, wherever we live. And music is the best way to do this. Since that first recording, Johnson went on to form a real touring band and chorus that, through their music, traveled all over the world and draw attention to human suffering and urged audiences to stand by each other and make a change for the better. Larry Englander, my colleague and friend, we were having a conversation, and as we did a little bit of Torah study in anticipation of the world today, and we realized that, in a sense, this was parallel to the 70 elders that are summoned to the tents of meeting. Moses, like the first street singer, if you will, shared his prophetic melody, if you will, and soon all 70 began to not sing necessarily, but to give the same prophetic message along with. Each of them was inspired by God's Ruach to participate in the ultimate message. Midrash describes it a little bit differently. Moses is like the shamas candle, to continue my Hanukkah reference. Moses is like the shamas candle that lights all the others with his flame, with his ruach, and even though his particular flame may diminish just a little bit as he gives up some of that authority and some of the ruach, but ultimately it comes back as strong, if not stronger, than before, as the other 70, those who join in his prophetic melody, as it were, now bring light and warmth into the world, or at least into the camp, into the machaneh of the Israelite people. It's an image that some of you have heard me use at moments. What did those Zikanim in the Torah portion? What did those elders actually say? What was their message when they joined Moses in prophesying? The Torah doesn't give us their script. It doesn't tell us exactly what they said, but the rabbis of old suggest that they predicted Joshua's future leadership. Some said they even predicted the final messianic war against evil, the forces of light versus the forces of darkness. But in the message that Larry and I were kind of talking about, it's these elders who possibly sang a nigun. They kind of sang one of the la la bim bam type of songs without words. Their prophecy was communicated only through their own spirit, only through their own integrity and humanity, because it was the sublime language of God and didn't need words. The Torah then goes on to state that the separate two, Eldad and Medad, the two elders who had not been called, but their names were recorded, they began to prophesy in the camp, and Joshua hears them, or a young man comes and approaches Joshua and Moses, worried about the threat. But when Joshua suggests that he calm down these two renegade prophets, Moses responds with a broader vision. I would prefer that all of God's children were prophets. I would prefer that everyone felt inspired to sing and to say, stand by me, and to reach out with this sense of spirit and help the world. If such a wonder were to take place, thought Moses, surely we would all be standing by each other, and we would bring about a better peoplehood, a better world. So today, not 1,000 years later, not even 8 years later from the first time that I saw this technology, but us today. We may not be prophets, but we do have a responsibility, our faith and our religion tell us. We have the responsibility of taking up the melody of our tradition, giving it voice on every street corner or in every living room where we may be. We must sing it to those who are in pain and those who are alone. We must sing it to the oppressed in places where the single voice is only one of tyranny upon the people. We must sing it to those whose infatuation with this technology deafens them to the melodies of the soul rather than that which they only find online. We must sing it to ourselves and let the harmony of Jewish tradition resonate in our own lives, even if we're in isolation, but certainly in the presence of prejudice and hatred and violence. We must sing the song. We must feel inspired to say, stand by me. And then there's the Haftarah. The prophet Zechariah sees this menorah radiating light in the dark corners of the world. And he receives and he teaches the message, not by might, not by strength, but by my spirit, that ruach, says the Eternal One of Hosts. God's spirit that brings light and music into the world. Ruach is the Hebrew word that Zechariah uses, as did Moses, as did Joshua, as did the elders, as did God, as do I. The Ruach is what we need to find within ourselves. When we combine the two passages, we derive the following teaching then. God's Spirit has the power to bring enlightenment and peace to the world, but the only way to activate that Ruach, that Spirit, is through our own hearts and hands, our deeds. And so as Jews, it is our responsibility to take up the musical instruments or whichever tools of mitzvot play for us. And we sound the music of Geulah, of redemption, and Tikkun Olam, of helping the world. As Jews, we are taught we can do nothing else. Ken Yehi Ratzon. Thus may it be. Please join me on page 282. At the bottom of page 282, the Aleinu will rise again. The ark is open for these concluding prayers and thoughts. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, lateit gedula liotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kegoyei haratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kevol hamonav, v'anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, lifnei melech, Malchei Hamlachim Hakadosh Baruch Hu. 284. Shehu noteh shamayim v'yosei haaretz u'moshav yekaro b'shamayim imav u'shchinatu zo b'govei meromim hu Eloheinu einon emet malkeinu efes ulato kakahatu b'torato v'yadata hayom v'hashevota elevavecha ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim b'shamayim imav v'al ha'aretz mitachat eno. 287, the top of the page. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding. Loved each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech. May we never lift up our hands but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Together, rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yiyeh Adonai echad u'shmo echad. As a community, sitting together or joining from home, turn to those who have departed this earth. We remember our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked. They died al Kiddush Hashem, in the sanctification of God's name. Innocent victims of senseless acts of hatred and terrorism around the world, victims of natural disasters, as well as those who have given their lives in the service of forces of decency and democracy, those of every race and nation whose lives have truly been a blessing to humanity. We remember them. We meditate on the meaning of love and loss, and of life and death. In our community, then, we honor the memories of these loved ones who have been taken from our midst, even during this past week and this past year. We remember Ralph Block and Sarah Deitch, Michelle Kahana, Janelle Mitchell, Lanny Rutenberg, Bud Stein, Ted Walden, Getta Weston, and Alan Winfield. And in the coming week, we observe the yahrzeit, the anniversary of their passing, and honor the memories of Edward Bloom, Beatrice Goldstein, Norman Herman, Abraham Ringer, Saul Levine, Carrie Rosenblatt, and Rita Walden. Are there others whose names, those in the sanctuary or at home, if you wish to mention a name, please?
George Floyd and Breonna Taylor.
George Floyd, Steve Rudoy, Karen Rose,
Zichronam livracha. May their names truly be for a blessing, and may they rest in peace. Mourner's Kaddish is on page 294. We recite together words hallowed by centuries of faith. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shmei rabbah, v'yalma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon, uv'chayedecho beit Yisrael, ba'agalal v'zman kariv v'imru amen, yehei shmei rabbah mevorach leolam u'lomei olmaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, Vitadar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shkucha, Barichu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran v'yalma v'imru amen. Yehei shlomo rav amin shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, huya aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol El v'al kol b'nei Adam v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring comfort to those who are bereaved amongst us. May God, in answer to our prayers, bring peace to us, to all Israel, and to all humanity. And let us say, Amen. Please be seated. Did you have any announcements or just... So we'll be together again next Friday evening, 7 p.m. We'll continue this experiment in the sanctuary at this point in time. Certainly, we will ask that everyone is wearing a mask. If you are at all uncomfortable or if you're not feeling well, please do not come to the sanctuary. It's really by invitation only. We will be reaching out to those who are observing yard sites especially. And watch for further emails and information and phone calls about that. We wish everyone well. There will be further information coming from the Social Action Committee about collection of non-perishable food items for the local food banks, as well as the school supplies for the elementary school in the area. We do thank those who participated in assisting with the Torah and blessing with Aliyot this morning.
Opportunity for book plates.
Book plates are available for the High Holy Day, the new High Holy Day Machzor. Be in touch with Ruth Ann if you need to be. Although we're not distributing the books yet, right? But book plates are available trying to think if there's anything else ongoing. As I mentioned earlier, Torah study, as certainly as of next Saturday morning again, 10 o'clock. The Thursdays, Dr. Steve Marin's class in the morning, that's at 10 o'clock, right? 10 a.m. On Zoom, and then the class that I try to coordinate on Thursday afternoons at 2 o'clock as well. There's a lot that's still going on. It may not be in the building, but certainly in the congregation and community. Please join with me, page 321, and the traditional closing prayer for Shabbat of Adon Olam. We thank God for the opportunity that we have to share together, whatever together means, and we join in the spirit of Shabbat and of Jewish peoplehood. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem kol yitzir nivra le'et nasa v'chefzo kol azai melech shemo nikra ve'acharei kichlot hakol levado yimloch nohora vehu haya vehu hove vehu yiyeh בתפארה, והוא אחד ואין שני, להמשילו, להכבירה, בלי ראשית, בלי תכלית, ולא העוז והמשרה. הוא אלי וחי גואלי, וצור חבלי בעת צרה, והוא ניסי ומנוס לי, מנת כוסי ויום אקרא, בידו אפקיד רוחי, ואת אישן ואירה, ועם רוחי גביעתי, אדוני לי ולא יירא. Stay safe, everyone. Be healthy. Shabbat shalom.